10,000 year clock is an idea conceived by a brilliant guy named Danny Hillis. We need to start training ourselves to think longer term. Long-term thinking is a giant lever. You can literally solve problems if you think long-term that are impossible to solve if you think short-term.
I think the whole point of it is it's supposed to show, well, if you think of it, I care enough, it shows that finite beings who only live 80 to 100 or whatever years, it's so much goes so much further out than you will, the next person.
Yeah, good point.
And a 10,000 year clock is a physical clock of monumental scale. It's about 500 feet tall. It's inside a mountain in West Texas in a chamber that's about 12 feet in diameter and 500 feet tall.
All right. Today's topic is going to be about the 10,000 year clock. Are you ready to get into it?
I am. Time waits for no one.
Let's check this. Well, I think
in that cave.
I think the whole point of it is it's supposed to show, well, if you think of it, I care enough. It shows that finite beings who only live 80 to 100 or whatever years, it's so much goes so much further out than you will, the next person.
Yeah, good point.
And it's this out. All right, so I do have a video I'm going to pull up here, and let's get into it.
All right.
We're about to run out of time, which is a good time to ask about the 10,000 year clock. Yes. That's what I'm known for, is the humor. Can you explain what the 10,000 year clock is?
Way back in the 80s, the idea is to build a clock as a symbol for long-term thinking. And you can just very conceptually think of the 10,000 year clock as it ticks once a year, it chimes once every 100 years, and the cuckoo comes out once every 1,000 years. So it's just
1,000 years, you get a cuckoo.
You imagine you standing there waiting, like you're at maybe the year 2000 or 3000, you know, if you happen to be alive then.
Well, I think
in that cave.
I think the whole point of it is it's supposed to show, well, if you think of it, I care enough. It shows that finite beings who only live 80 to 100 or whatever years, it's so much goes so much further out than you will, the next person.
Yeah, good point.
And if you're around to see the cuckoo, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of cool though, you know?
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It slows everything down. And it's a completely mechanical clock. It is designed to last 10,000 years with no human intervention. So it can do it on its own. Doesn't need maintenance.
That's cool. Don't need to wind it.
Look to see if it's completed or not.
The material choices and everything else. It's in a remote location, both to protect it, but also so that visitors have to make a pilgrimage. The idea is
they have to make a pilgrimage, so the intention has to be there to even go care.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
It's almost like it's there to be forgotten in a way. Wow.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That over time, and this will take hundreds of years, but over time, it will take on the patina of age. And then it will become a symbol for long-term thinking that will actually, hopefully, get humans to extend their thinking horizons. And in my view, that's really important as we have become, as a species, as a civilization, more powerful. We're really affecting the planet now. We're really affecting each other. We have weapons of mass destruction. We have all kinds of things where we can really hurt ourselves. And the problems we create can be so large. The unintended consequences of some of our actions, like climate change, putting carbon in the atmosphere is a perfect example. That's an unintended consequence of the Industrial Revolution. We got a lot of benefits from it, but we've also got this side effect that is very detrimental. We need to start training ourselves to think longer term. Long-term thinking is a giant lever. You can literally solve problems if you think long-term that are impossible to solve if you think short-term.
You know, the thing with long-term thinking is it takes maturity and a lack of self, right? To sometimes, you know, they build the buildings like Notre Dame and a lot of these castles in Europe and all. The engineers understand that it won't be even finished in their own lifetime. You know, and I don't think a lot of Americans really get a hold of that one as much because we're such a new country and we have such disposable architecture, you know?
We do. It's like this. I remember watching this kind of hypothetical documentary of sorts of what will happen if all humans like disappeared from the earth. And what was interesting is all the cities, at least in the U.S. and modern cities, they got taken back by nature. But the monuments that still stood, that still would theoretically be around, at least in some form, the Egyptian pyramids, the aqueducts from ancient Rome, things like that, these things made of stone and brick, and they're just last. Maybe this clock, this 10,000-year clock, we hope.
I think it's designed to be. I think he goes on later to say that even like World War III can't destroy this thing or get to it. But
very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
It's even,
hopefully, it'll stop. The long-term thinking will stop a third world war. I hope. But yeah, it's good to know.
It's like some true like some art going on. Some engineering kind of like art. And then I remember in the beginning he said you got to go on a pilgrimage just to go see it. Like that's another weird barrier to put on top of something,
right? Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Yeah.
All right, let's check that out.
Evolution got a lot of benefits from it, but we've also institutions to think past, and we probably need to stretch that to 10 years and 15 years and 20 years and 25 years, and we do a better job for our children or our grandchildren.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were talking about, just being more mindful of the future of everything, really. That you're passing the torch on and on and on.
If we could stretch those thinking horizons. And so the clock, in a way, it's an art project. It's a symbol. And if it ever has any power to influence people to think longer term, that won't happen for hundreds of years. But we're going to build it now and let it accrue the patina of age.
Oh, cool.
Do you think humans...
Yeah, the patina of age. Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, it's funny. I learned, I think like a year ago or two, what patina is.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a naturally occurring degradation, I think, of something, right? Like be it on metal.
Yeah, exactly. It's I'm at a loss for words, but I can picture it, and I think your description is right.
Yeah, it's something like that. Some of them alien shows I watch, like they find like these old metals, and it's like it's unreasonable for these things to have this much patina for the age that it came from, or something like that. So it's a good marker of time.
It's like that Antikythera mechanism from Greece. Like it's like it wouldn't be that. Have that patina, but for its actual age. Yes. It's cool.
Great callback to one of our old episodes.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes.
We'll be here when the clock runs out here on Earth.
I think so. But the United States won't exist. Civilizations rise and fall. 10,000 years is so long.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
No nation state has ever survived.
I believe China's at about like 4,000 years as an empire, give or take. I mean, there's been a lot of change and all, but they're still sort of here. I mean, America's got its 250, like its birthday's coming up, right? It's not that much.
Right.
Close to 10,000 years.
And the increasing rate of progress makes that even
less likely. So do I think humans will be here? Yes. What will we have changed ourselves, and what will we be? And I don't know, but I think we'll be here.
On that grand scale, a human life feels tiny. Do you ponder your own mortality?
Ooh, damn. Lex goes with them questions. He says them in such a slow, meandering way, but they're so deep.
Yeah, they really are. It's true.
Are you afraid of death?
No, I used to be afraid of death. I remember as a young person being kind of scared of mortality. Like I didn't want to think about it and so on. And always had and as I've gotten older, I'm 59 now. As I've gotten older, somehow that fear has sort of gone away. I don't. I would like to stay alive for as long as possible, but I'd like to be. I'm really more focused on health span. I want to be healthy. I want that square wave. I want to, I want to be healthy, and then gone. I don't want the long decay.
The long decay. Damn.
I'm with him on that. Wow. Yeah, that's a great description.
Jesus.
It's the decay I'm more afraid of than my non-existence as I know myself.
Your quality of life.
Yeah, the quality of life is important.
Yep.
I feel perhaps the decaying more than, let's say, death itself.
It's I think the ability to be independent when you lose that, because you don't have it for a lot of your life when you're obviously a child or a toddler or a teenager.
Yeah, right.
Like you don't really have what it takes. You're not financially stable enough to go, It's funny. I watch shows about like travel, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to go here. I'd love to go there. And it's very, very difficult to actually have a job, hold a job, and say, hey, guys, when I come back, I still want to get paid, but I'm going to go away for 3 months, and I can afford to do all this cool stuff, and I'll come back. But while I'm gone, I can still have a house and a car that's just paid for, or like, the insurance will get paid, like, it is so difficult to maintain so many things as you're also trying to be an explorer. You can't really do it.
My roommate in grad school, my flatmate in grad school, and I used to have this joke. Like we said, they should make a movie, but not about a cool job like a James Bond or even Office Space, but something about our lives where it's okay. He's sitting down and he's paying a bill, right? Writing a check, like this mundane, boring, hard. Because really, movies never cover that. Like James Bond has to pay his insurance. He obviously has to pay for his apartment somehow, unless his security service does that. I don't know. It's just hilarious.
The most adult thing I've actually never done it is paid my car insurance in full for the whole year. I always just pay it in installments.
That's very
and I've had the opportunity to do that, but I don't want to give them all that money up front. And I'm sure some people just bang it out and pay for their wife and their kids. And,
I bet.
Yeah, man.
I bet, but I'm not one of those people.
I know.
I'm sorry to say at this point.
I know.
One day, perhaps.
But I like your idea of like highlighting the mundane victories that are super important, because you don't pay your bills. I'm like, oh, you suck. You're gonna be homeless.
I'm curious. I want to see how things turn out. I like to be here. I love my family and my close friends, and I'm curious about them, and I want to see. So I have a lot of reasons to stay around, but mortality doesn't have that effect on me that it did, when I was in my 20s.
The 10,000-year clock is a cool project, but I believe we should be doing even more to promote longer-term thinking.
I guess this is the content creator of this. It's interesting when there's a person who takes content and then puts their spin on it, and then I watch them, and then there's my spin on their spin.
And now we're putting a spin on their spin. God. So there you go, man.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
I love the internets for that.
I thought that was pretty cool. Interesting.
It was very interesting. And, thought-provoking too, because it reminds me I'm reminded of a Native American quote about, I don't know the quote exactly, but it's something about think 7 generations beyond where we are now. So what we do is going to have an effect at least 7 generations down the road. So it's like, think about what you do before you do it, sort of thing.
I often think that, but even if we do the worst, like when I was a kid, I used to believe that, like 10 nuclear missiles, Earth would just blow up, and then it doesn't. It doesn't. It can handle it. Like, lots would die, but the rock wouldn't go away. It would eventually repair. Grass would grow again, and like, I don't even think we have the ability to permanently kill this planet. I don't think we do.
It would be maybe ourselves, but the planet? No, the planet will still be here.
Yeah, it would be here.
We'd have to do something pretty epic. To destroy the planet.
I don't think we can.
Literally destroy the whole thing.
I don't think we can. I think what would happen is maybe like the dinosaurs, and then that would happen, and then millions of years later, like I think flowers would grow again eventually.
You're right.
Trees would grow again. Water would run, and I don't think I used to think that we could blow this thing up, but I don't think we can blow this thing up. Not completely.
Nature does have an amazing way of adapting and sort of restoring, at least over long periods of time. Yeah, it's quite something. So, in that sense, I think you're right. It won't take us. We Earth people.
Yeah,
will still be here.
Us humans think we are the dominant force, but I think as hard as we try, I think it would still reset without us.
Oh, I think so.
I think
so too.
Well, that was cool. And we're out.